we have Larfleeze, the Orange Lantern, with Glomulus on the back. It's got write-ups. This will be a view on Larfleeze, the Orange Lantern, from the DC Direct Blackest Night set. Now, it doesn't come with the ring, but I just throw it in there for fun. This is a wonderful sculpt. Wonderful sculpt. A very tall figure. Great sculpt. Look at the detail on his face. You have these nice tusks and teeth, and you see the nostrils and all his hair on his yak-like, warthog-like face. Extra long hands, or arms rather. Great long legs. Just wonderful. With a paint, I wasn't too enamored of this shade of orange when I first saw it, actually. I thought it was not as bright as it should be. A little bit too metallic. But it has grown on me as I've seen it sit on the shelf next to the other lanterns. Articulation, he's got this ball-jointed head, very good up and down and side to side movement. His arms go all the way around and in and out a little bit. They have this great bicep swivel, something that not a lot of these Blackest Night figures have. No, even DC Direct figures don't have. Bends at the elbow a little bit. Not a great range of motion there. And he rotates at the wrist. Of course, you can see the orange lantern on it, on his the orange ring on there. His legs go forward and back some, and bend at the knee. For accessories, of course, you see, like all of the lanterns, he comes with the symbol of his core as his base. And he comes with, of course, emphasis on the only orange lantern. And he has one of his Orange Lantern members / constructs, and this is Glomulus. Now, Glomulus has articulation, believe it or not. I would not think that this guy would have any articulation. But his little, I guess they're arms, they can move. Not much, but they do have some articulation. And his 3 legs, they rotate. They all rotate. So it's pretty cool that they went ahead and gave him articulation there when they could have just left him. They could have just left him as a hunk of orange plastic. That he is made of this translucent orange plastic. Now, all the constructs of Larfleeze are the identities of people who have come after, or beings that have come after the Orange Lantern. Larfleeze starts off as a member of a band of thieves who went on a crime spree on Maltus. Maltus being the homeworld of the Guardians. And they steal, one of the many things they steal is a box. And at first nobody knows what's in the box. But the Guardians are very worried about the box. And eventually they open up and they find out the box was owned by Krona, one of the original Guardians. And in there it's a map. And the map leads to the world of Okara and an orange lantern. And so the thieves go to Okara and they find this temple where the orange lantern is housed, stored, and they start to fight over it. And the Guardians come, and by the time they arrive, there's only two people left, Larfleeze and someone else. And the Guardians say, because they fear the power of the lamp getting out, they say that, as long as it doesn't leave this sector, the Green Lanterns will not have any influence or trying to interfere with the Orange Lantern, but it's got to stay in this system that it's in now. And Larfleeze says, okay, I can deal with that, and he kills the other guy, and he's now the sole possessor of the Orange Lantern. And he remains that for many, many years. Many people, many entities, aliens, whatever you want to call it, have, in the meantime, have sought out the lantern and have been killed by Larfleeze. And once they're killed, the lantern steals their identity, and they become constructs and believe the truth that they've arranged all those years ago is over when a Green Lantern Stell pursues a criminal into that sector, and that brings him into the so-called War of Light. Because they needed his power to confront Necron and deal with the Blackest Night, Syed, the female Guardian, or the former Guardian of the Galaxy, I should say, and new Blue Lantern Guardian agrees to be the Orange Lantern Guardian in order to gain his cooperation for taking down Necron. So we'll just have to see how that plays out at the end of Blackest Night. But that's pretty much his story. Because he's held on and has such a connection to the Lantern, it's almost a part of him. So his constructs can last a lot longer than and a lot further out than most other constructs, like yellow constructs or the green constructs even. So anyway, that's a look at the Blackest Night Orange Lantern Larfleeze. Stay tuned for my Star Sapphire review.